Welcome back, everybody, to Railbirds TV and the 2024 Derby City Classic. This is the One Pocket Division, and I am your host, Scott Frost, aka The Freezer. And I have a great one for you guys. Two of the best in America, without a doubt. World-renowned Shane Van Boening versus T-Rex Tony Chohan. Quick rundown of the rules. They will lag for the break. It's alternate break following that. Each opponent has a designated pocket. The first to make 8 of any ball wins the game. Any foul will cost you a ball. 3-foul rule is in effect. That being said, a couple things I want to cover. That spot that you see ahead of the 3 is for the 9-ball division. And for the Accurac, it will be the 9 on the spot, matchroom rules. If I haven't said it, this is a race to 3. This is round 7, and neither of these guys have a loss. Tony Chohan to break. And I've seen this over and over. He's caught the corner ball kiss. What does the 15 look like to SVB? If it's wired, this is problems for T-Rex. We're playing on brand new cloth, 4.5-inch pockets on the great diamond table, right? The problem is when you break on new cloth, it's tough to control that inside English, and a lot of times you'll catch that second ball too heavy, which allows that corner ball to give you the kiss and scratch. So you see people that are aware of that break from more towards the center versus the side rail. And by the looks of things, that 15 is wired the way he's acting. He's shooting from this side of the table so that he can gain position going through the 7. I'm assuming he'll probably catch the 1 as well. He went the other direction. He's going to have a shot on the 10, and things are open up nicely here for SVB early in game number 1. He would like to come to the bottom rail and possibly into the back of the 12. And maybe he can just draw straight into the 12 softly. And that's exactly what he had in mind. Chohan with a scratch on the break. He does owe 1. I think that SVB made one for him. Maybe he didn't. I don't know that he did. I believe he still owes 1. Shane playing for 6. He's got choices here. I don't see a problem with coming up for the 1 now if it plays, because if you don't quite get there, you can obviously play the 8 or the 12. All depends on how he's feeling. And you get the sense that that's kind of what he did. He's good with the 8. The 11 does play, I believe. I don't know if you chance to get on that ball yet. You could kind of get stuck a little steep there. Yeah, it's okay. I don't think he wanted to go into that ball that heavy. He's playing for 3. Coming up for the 1 next. And this is perfect speed. A little elevated over the 3. It will not cause any problems. He's playing for 2. I don't know what he's looking up table for. He could just pinch draw to the side rail and play the 11. Maybe he feels better going up to the 4. Well, this is just as good. Cross corner on the 6. And a quick game number 1 from Captain America. And perfect speed. Nicely done by Shane Van Boening. The crowd likes it, and I am certain the crowd is large. This video is brought to you in cooperation with Bad Boys Billiard Productions. Thank you guys so much for your participation. Van Boening to break. So that was a heartbreaker of a scratch. And a lot of times when you kiss that corner ball, your opponent's going to have a dead ball. That's what happened there. You don't want to give this guy any momentum. So Tony needs to crack SVB's break here. Let's see if he gets the kiss. The kiss wasn't even close. The two didn't even move. Might want to check that man for a bottle of glue. Tony immediately going to the 11. I feel like, yeah, that's going to cost him. Shane can make the 4. Felt like he could do something a little more passive. Maybe just clip off the 2 and put him right below the 12. Yeah, and Shane playing for 8. But we all know he can get him. 7 leads to the 8 and 12. Two rails out. Needs that to settle a little. It's going to be all right, but these top players don't like going into that pile without knowing exactly what's going to happen. And that's why he avoided the pile there. Doesn't know exactly what's going to happen. You can get locked up doing something like that or doubled up. He wants to take the for sure balls that are available. Softly go into this 8 here. And the 9-10. Did it wire up? Yeah, I don't know about how he played that. I thought he'd put an outside ball on it and just softly go into the 8. He was guaranteed a shot on the 12. Instead, he put inside on it, tried to split them. Kind of landed in no man's land. I believe he can cut the ball, but the problem is, might not be able to reach it. Oh, he can get over it quite well. When you can get over it this good and you're this close, he can manipulate the angle and cut it real fine. Yeah. This is the problem with going into the balls. This happens all the time. What about chipping off the 2 and putting him right back in against the 13? Nothing wrong with that. Could go into the 9 and move the 15 to your hole or to your side. Just a little touchy, though. Did he fall asleep? Okay, he's awake. And nicely done. And he got the 15 out enough to where the 6 isn't a problem. That's a long way from the mark. So far, it's been all Van Boening. And in past history, with these two players, it's always been Van Boening, or at least the last few times that Chohan and Van Boening have played for the dollar bills. Get the sense that Tony would want to bank at the 2 here, but could be a death sentence. And the problem really is you can only get 2, maybe 3 at the most, so he's not going to play the 2. Looking to straight back the 3 and swing the cue ball 1-2 down below the 6. Against his better judgment, he's going to the 6. And this is not good for Tony. Van Boening playing for 3. And I see 2 for sure. Interesting, he can't reach this ball. Also interesting, he doesn't have a big extension for his cue. They really do come in handy. Yeah, and that's problematic. Of course, he has 6. But he could have gotten out there. Probably going to cross the 3 over and bring the cue all down. Yeah, nice speed. Very, very nice speed. Tony going to be forced to send these up table, I believe. Unless he wants to really force the issue. And he is. He's going to kick at the 8. He's done well, but not sure how effective this is. Shane looking at just possibly bunting the 9 one rail up towards the 1 and lodging him in between the 10 and 13. He can actually do the same thing with the 13, just bank it below the 14 and stick him on top of the 8. And that's what he's going to elect to do. Yeah, this is good. Tony will probably come off the 9 and glue him back to the 8, but really, this just prolongs the agony. And the other problem with this is that he's getting balls out of play that he needs. So you looking to 2-rail this 10. Tell you what, from where he was, pretty slick little play that was. Shane, I can see, has a little grin on his mouth. He knows Tony is in go mode. All systems go. This isn't going to work. That's not going to work. Opportunity for Tony to get back in this game. He can get at least 4 here. I like the play. cinch the 8 here. It's going forward. The straight top ball. That's going to go. How flat is he on the 5? Like to get up to the 9 here. Just don't want to overhit it. Yeah, he's gotten up to the 2. But in my opinion, he's overhit this a little bit. Good news for Tony is, and I'm sure he was aware, the 14 and 13 are double up. Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Two balls away from tying this game up. He's coming to the 1. Very nice. Taking advantage of the double and triple up with the 3, 14, 13. T-Rex, 6 from nowhere. Looks short, just short. Very fun to watch these guys play. Especially on these pockets, these guys are going to play aggressive. They execute very, very well. It's okay to chip the right side of this 13 or our underside, send the 13 up towards where his body is, like so. Tony often likes to go at this bank on the 13, but that's too dangerous due to the position of the 14 and the 3. Yeah, he has a hard time resisting. One little mistake here and you lose the game. You've worked your way back into it. You can chip the 13 2 rails towards the chalk on the top end with an inside ball and send it over to your side, somewhere above the lower left pocket, and just bring the cue ball down to the bottom rail. It will get you through the inning. I wouldn't try to do anything with the 14. Oh, it looks like he's trying to bank this ball. Yeah, he's bringing the cue ball around. Good cue ball. Good cue ball. Pretty much the same result of what I was discussing, just different. Yeah, nice hit. Nice hit. Keeping the pressure on. Wants to keep Shane off the 3-railer on the 3. Oh, very well done. He did play that. That's a big time shot there. Changes everything. Danger. Big danger. These are not small pockets. Easy to catch that point. Boy, what a big game this could be. A couple errors from SVB. Chohan playing for 1. Do you take the chance on the 14? You can swing the cue ball out. He's going. Be careful not to leave the cross corner here. This has to be good. Yeah, he's gotten away with that kiss as well. He could have banked the 3 to his side of the table and really kept Shane on the defense. I would say if there's any fault of Tony Chohan in his one pocket game or any knock on his game, it would be at times he doesn't know when to let off the gas. But that is also what makes him who he is and how he's so dangerous. Looking at the three-railer? Okay, interesting. He caught way more of this ball than he expected. Just wanted to chip that ball softly. You better get this close. He didn't even get it there. Shane looking at the straight back or the two-railer on the 14 and draw back below the 3. Wow. Coming at the straight back, it looks awful steep to me, but maybe that's this angle. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying he can't handle this, but it looks real thin. What I mean by that is the speed of the 14 isn't going to be hot if he needs to keep that cue ball low, so he's going to think against it. Needs that 3 to chill. This is okay, I think. Watch the cue ball. Watch the cue ball. I am surprised he didn't bank the 3 straight back. And I actually feel like he's decelerated there as well. That's how the cue ball went through on the wrong path. Notice the 14 didn't get near the hole. This is probably the last man on the planet you want to give ball in hand to with a shot like this. So a heartbreaker for Chohan, grinding his way back into this game, needing 1 and giving it away. Didn't want to be on the rail. He'll be okay. Van Boening going to take game number 2, and quickly. And these are our stream sponsors. Thank you so much to Hustlin' USA, JB Custom Cases, Jerry Olivier Custom Cues, Lipman Lights, and last but not least, Locked and Loaded Custom Billiard Apparel. So a couple of quick games. That's also Chohan's style. He's either going to win them quick or lose them quick. I used to be that way, so I do get it. He's left that cue ball there, but he's hit him much better this time. Wow. Wow. This is a very tough break to get out of. Can you just softly come off the 9 and put him behind the 7, cutting Tony off from the 4? The 9 will also block the bank on the 12. It might get you by. I don't see much else. I don't know if the angle's correct. Well, even better, he's cut him off from the 12 and really protected against the 4. He went into the 9 a little thicker, probably a little easier to control the cue ball pace that way. And I believe the 9 plays in Shane's hole now, too. So that ball could come up. And Tony looking to take a foul, 1, 2, 3 into the pile. Did he catch the 7? What's happened here? I didn't get a good look at it. I don't know. Maybe he caught the 4 trying to come around. He was trying to take a foul, 1, 2, 3 rails behind the 6 and 14. Shane doesn't seem to be panicking, so I think he can make the 7. And he can. So this is devastating for Chohan. The 4 plays. I don't know if the 9 plays now or the 6. The 13-14 looked pretty good. Does he think he can make the 15 off the 14? I would almost call this a mistake if he didn't mean to get right there, because he was still able to cue that ball pretty well. Now he's looking at it. Might be able to draw behind the 3, but really you have to get this down. Chohan can take a straight back at you and do real damage. This is a little tricky due to the pace at which he needs to hit it. You don't always know exactly how that 15 is going to react. With a low ball, the 15 will go through or carry through the 14 a little bit more, versus a high ball, the 15 will actually draw off of the 14. So he doesn't like it. Taking no chances. Could just knock the 3 away and stick him on the 2. Yeah. Oh, it just got past the point. A little surprised, though, that he let Tony see that 9 the way he did. Tony can shoot the 9 into the 6 and stun forward. I know that. Or even into the 14-6 and stun forward. Does he think he can cut the 3? I don't see a future there anyway. Gonna open some balls here. He was a little flatter than I thought, so he went into the 9, which is even better. Surprised, or excuse me, went into the 11, which was even better. Surprised that Shane allowed him to see the 9 like that, just kind of wide open. So Chohan putting Shane in a bit of a pickle here. And a 2-0 lead and a race to 3 may seem big. It can change in the blink of an eye. Wondering here, can you kick to the back of the 3 and go into the 11? Do you come off the 9 and try and stick him below the 11? Do you go up table and try and double him up on the 2-3-11? If he's putting his cue there, tells me that's the toughest position for Tony, up table. So he might bank at this 12. Now he's looking at the 9, okay. He looks like he might be warping this cue ball back. Yeah, that's what he's feeling for. I don't feel like he's in that bad of a spot to have to take that chance. Yeah, I was wondering if that was available. He's stuck on the 10, keeping Tony off of the 1. I don't believe Tony can play the 1-3 either. And the other problem is the 13, 14, and 6. Do those play to Shane's pocket? It'll keep Tony off of doing anything with that 1-3. He's going to shoot the 6 off the 14. Okay. Can you 2-rail the 14 into maybe the top side of the 6 and stick him on the 11? Or something along those lines. Just doesn't want to catch that point, the top point of that corner pocket up there. That's his big concern. And the more you try to get him behind the 11, the thinner you got to catch the 14. So that's a little tricky. That's why he's avoiding it. Shooting the 6 into the 3 and sticking behind the 14 here, or floating behind the 14. Yeah, that's what he's done. Wow. Wow, what a hit. What a hit. And he's, if he doesn't make the 3 there, he wouldn't have had him completely covered. Didn't mean to rub the 14 the way he did, but it's going to work out. And here we are again, SVB playing for 4. Can he make the 15? Oh, that's bad news for Chohan. Yeah, this is just one of them matches where you expect it to probably be a lot closer than it has, but a couple funny things have happened, and that's all it takes at this level. Races to 3 are often like coin flips. And I almost would have made Tony a slight favorite in this match. I believe he won the lag, but he scratched off the very first break. And SVB ran out. SVB playing for one and done. On to the 8th round without a loss. This will be the first blow to Chohan. He does have another life, and that's going to be it. Van Boening takes it down 3-0 and quickly, very quickly. I did not expect that. Do us a favor if you get a chance. Go to YouTube. Hit the like button. Subscribe. While you're at it, hit the notification bell. Railbirds TV bringing you all the best action and information that they can. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon.